Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past or current energy and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone, so do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading, booking a personal reading or coaching session with me, or on tomorrow's Attract the Love That You Deserve workshop can be found in the description box below. All right, Pisces, let's jump on in. We're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards first. So we're going to look at your recent past, current energy, and immediate future with oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the story with tarot as we progress. But let's see what this past energy is about. Let's see what you guys have been dealing with. Ooh. Conclusions are within reach. You are good enough. It's time to release negativity. There's been something that's been holding you back for a while. A habit, a pattern, a relationship. I don't know what it is. But this past energy is kind of this energy of, I feel like kind of stripping down to the core of something. I feel like there's a lot of almost like going backwards to move forwards. Maybe losing a job to gain a better one, or walking away from a relationship that isn't serving you to align with one that does. I feel like this is kind of this energy of, releasing what isn't serving you. And to be honest with you, really, really in alignment with the year of the snake that we just moved out of, right? We're in the year of the fire horse now. The year of the snake was all about shedding layers, shedding patterns, shedding belief systems, relationships, things that aren't serving you. And I feel like this ended, or you're still in the process of it maybe, but this is the ending of some pretty challenging cycles in your life. Let's see what we've got here for your current energy, Pisces. This energy feels like kind of like this anything is possible. It's almost like stepping into a new reality almost. I don't know what that means. Bear with me. Current energy for Pisces. You and your loved ones are safe. A time for healing. You've been doing healing though. This is what you've been dealing with, healing. I need one more for this energy, please. With you and your loved ones are safe, I feel like this is kind of bringing it back to this energy of trusting the process, even though it's not unfolding the way that you thought in a way. Because I usually get that card when there's this energy of fear, like being deep in the unknown or dealing with a lot of uncertainty, just kind of needing to trust like you're safe, you're good, things are working out better than you think. And then you have the energy is gaining momentum. I keep seeing these scissors, like cutting off or cutting ties or cutting like in more of a metaphorical way, kind of cutting yourself away from something and now kind of dealing with the transition that comes with that. But it's moving you forward into like brand new energy, brand new beginnings. The theme of this round of readings has really been like new opportunities, new beginnings, new experiences. It just feels as if, and that's why I said like closing, you're still in the process of closing out a cycle though. What does Pisces need to know moving forward? Let's just see what we've got here, Pisces. You're very close to achieving your goal. This is, it's like a slingshot going backwards to absolutely skyrocket forward. This is so much momentum. It's so much, it's fast paced. It's unexpected in a lot of ways. But you've had to do a lot of work to get into this energy. And I feel like this is like, you've always been capable of experiencing this energy and having what this holds for you, but it feels like you had to break free from something first. Whoa. I don't like the way those came out. Hang on. I want one more future energy here for Pisces. That felt more intentional. You are good enough. So setting yourself free from something, because that's what this feels like. This energy right here, anything is possible, right? And then this feels like expansion, actually the experiencing that freedom and that possibility and all of these things kind of unfolding in divine time. Ooh, I'm excited to jump into this energy. But there's something about not repeating, like some warning about not repeating a cycle you worked really hard to break. Overall theme of this for Pisces. Like you're still in the process of closing out a cycle. And a cycle doesn't close when we walk away from something or when we're removed from something. It closes when we have the opportunity to repeat the cycle and we choose not to enter back into it and we choose not to. Overall theme of this for Pisces. This energy feels kind of confusing, or like there's just so many things happening. This is reciprocity. So this is the fruits of your labor. Intention. On the bottom is abundance. This feels like karmic balance, is what this feels like. Almost as if there is this energy of being kind of like royally screwed over in some way in this past energy. And breaking yourself free from it, doing the healing, doing the growth, almost like taking something negative and turning it in, like transmutation, turning it into something positive, and then seeing the results of that. But there's still that warning of not going back to what you've healed from, which I don't really see happening. I don't know why that warning's even coming through. I don't really see that happening. Maybe it's just something to be aware of. Let's see here. Let's look at this past energy. Conclusions are within reach. It's time to release negativity. Past energy here for Pisces. Six of Swords in reverse, feeling stuck, almost like trapped. I didn't see the Eight of Swords, so I don't know if trapped is the right word, just stuck. The Sun in reverse, lack of fulfillment, but a lot of hope here. I don't feel like you've ever really given up hope. This is really interesting. The Sun in reverse, a lack of fulfillment, a lot of disappointment, Five of Cups. But having hope that things were eventually going to be better. But that never happened, and you were just left with a lot of disappointment here. Yeah, you were waiting for this Ace of Pentacles. Waiting for this Ace of Pentacles. Waiting for an opportunity, waiting for things to progress, waiting for things to get to a certain place. And they never did. And eventually, I don't know if you were either forced to walk away or if... Five of Wands. Or if you if somebody else walked away, or like if you lost a job, like it could be something like that. Like the steps backwards to move forward, right? I feel like you really resisted this loss though. You didn't want to go backwards, which I don't even think necessarily it was going backwards. Sometimes it can feel like we're going backwards, but we're actually moving forwards. I feel like you resisted this a lot. That's natural and normal, I think, but eventually I think that like some sort of change had to happen or something had to shift. There could have been a loss. And I think that this actually feels very much like divine protection. Being removed from spaces that actually held you back. Being removed from spaces that actually held you back. I don't know if that's how you saw it at the time, though. It might have just felt, honestly, kind of shitty, because I do feel that you still kind of got screwed over in this, in some way. Current energy for Pisces, a time for healing. The energy is gaining momentum. But I feel, Pisces, like you really took this and like you were like, I'm going to heal from this. Like you really took this and did something with it. Current energy for Pisces. It's almost like you're stronger now because of it. You know you're worth a little bit more. And that's what catapults you forward. Three of Wands. You're out of your comfort zone, though. Oh, but look at where it's taking you. 10 of Pentacles. Because, yeah, look at this on the bottom. The Queen of Cups. This is you. And what led you there, or what's leading you there, is the Three of Swords. So it does feel like, I mean, this hasn't been an easy journey by any means, and I certainly don't want to make it sound like it has been. I feel like you guys have kind of been through hell here. But I want more on this energy here. Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Wands. This is a reassessment of what you have been committing your energy to, your time to. Almost like, you know, when you do some healing and you kind of look back and you're almost like, I think the word disgusted is so strong. That's the word that's coming to mind, but that's not the word that I mean. But it's almost like you look back and you're like so put off by what you used to accept or like what you used to tolerate, or you look back at situations and you're like, I can't believe I didn't speak up on that, or I didn't set a boundary, or I can't believe I dealt with that. Like that feels like the energy that you're in now, where like not you should be disgusted with your past self. Okay, please don't. That's not what I'm saying. But almost like you look back and you're like, I'm never going to go back there again. Like I'm never going to let myself be in spaces where I feel like that all the time. And this energy feels really powerful. It doesn't mean it's not painful, but it actually does feel powerful because it feels like you're, like I said, kind of like reclaiming your worth and what you're deserving of and what you're capable of. And I think it's been a process. But this is what's really moving you forward here. Interesting. I like this reading. Where is this taking you? What does Pisces need to know moving forward? Nine of Wands is you're coming to the end of a cycle. You're nearing the end of a cycle. You haven't totally closed it yet. And again, we close it when we have the opportunity to repeat it and we choose not to. And I think that I don't think you'll repeat. Like I said, that message keeps coming through, but I don't feel like that's even, like, I don't think, and it's not like repeating it with a certain person or a certain situation. It could be like a person or a situation that's new, but carries the same dynamic, right? Like there's many ways we can repeat a cycle. It's not one situation. It's not a one size fits all. But I just feel as if there's a need to bring some awareness here, because I feel like what you're being led to, it's like you have, okay, this is weird, but it's like you have one more test. One more test. And this test is trying to pull you backward into this energy. And like I said, I don't feel like you're going back there, but, and I don't actually think the universe tests us. I think the universe is always rooting for us, but we experience, you know, situations that we have to go through in order to rise above them, right? Our limiting beliefs and our self-doubt and our insecurities. And we have this opportunity to kind of, I've learned to face obstacles and challenges and all of these things from this place of, oh, this is an opportunity for me to be the person I say that I am, right? I think that that's how we align further with the things that we want, is we handle old situations differently. So it's like one last test. I don't like the word test though. Obstacle. Before fully leveling up. This is an interesting reading. What does Pisces need to know moving forward? You're going to pass with flying colors though. This is not, I'm not even kind of concerned about that. The Temperance. Patience. This has been a long time coming here. Like I said, it's like karmic balance in some way. The Empress. Oof. Look at you. You're moving into spaces you never would have been able to go if this hadn't have happened. And I'm not sitting here saying, especially if this is like really difficult and challenging and painful, I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, just be grateful for it, because that's not healthy. But I do think that we can understand that, you know, we can go through negative things and we can transmute it into something positive. And that's what this feels like, is transmutation into something positive. But there's still that warning. You haven't fully closed out the cycle. You know, pay attention, just have that awareness. But on the other side of this is like opportunities or situations or experiences that you never would have been able to have if this hadn't have happened. It's almost like this was a blessing in disguise the whole time. And you might not see that yet, but you will in the future. Interesting. Because you have the Eight of Cups, which I feel like is kind of referring to this. Like, it's like you went on this journey because of this that you never would have been on. It wasn't because of this. And it leads you, it's been a long time coming, but it leads you to this Empress energy. And this Empress energy feels a lot like spaces where you're valued, spaces where you're seen, spaces where you, reciprocity, where you receive what you give. Like, yeah, Three of Cups, finding where you belong. It's been painful though. Ten of Swords, this has not been easy. But the journey pays off in the end. Interesting. All right. I'm going to dive deeper into this. We're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to look at what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So diving into these messages deeper, ultimately looking at that tangible advice. And I've got an advice card to pull for you at the very end from your spiritual team. Any information for that is in the description box below. What else is in the description box below is at the very top, you can see information on my workshop, which is happening tomorrow, February 20th at 6 p.m. Central Time. Attract the love that you deserve. This is all about looking at relationship patterns and healing them to attract healthier love. It's kind of the framework that I used in my healing journey to help get to a place where I was able to attract and sustain the relationship that I get to have now with my husband. I'm very excited to share all of this. Any information for that, like I said, is at the very top of the description box below, and I hope to see some of you guys there. But thank you so much, Pisces, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Pisces, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Pisces.